Alright, we say you be better kwaba Fabraga Kastle 90.3 FM and a Friday and thank God it's Friday. Every yatna sa yebezi in komo afa or my concro Ghana ho and some be all kodo. In fact, the most topical issues and as a bro we discuss it and or if you do my na and yebezi in komo bebre the program is packed in it in komo yezi e of you do my day. And Sembi Kodo, Yabaya who course, you try that Yabafred the former DCE or ye AK, but then Yanin San Kano. One person being so I needed to pay Yanil busy in common on some of the issues we need clarity on that. On inti Yabomozen na is in common home. Damaso and Eba Finfiniman to Maya. In fact, for a very long time, the youth of Cape Coast, the youth of Central Region, and soon the Injumeno. Now there is an opportunity. Opportunity be Orba. The regional minister one launch artisanal development projects, another program aimed at empowering youth. Ordinary menyo behwem ye bezin komo ewo ho ye free there or a good step that we need to talk about it. And my member Cape Coast Youth Development Association e won so anabado in their way what they are also doing. And see Eliabri Yaboshe the regional minister ne programmer one launch in collaboration with MVTI or Briwa. I think a right direction on and a positive step. And see bezin incomo. Now Elida yet say cocaine busting be Kotoka International Airport. Now ono and a Narcotics Control Commission was the Atugwa there. The recent drug bust are evidence of effective leadership. But of late, Baya Bosum Kakreni, 2-3 months, young series of cocaine. What is going on? Is it that the current administration, the security, why is so tight? Onunti and these things has been reviewed and the old administration and there were a lot of loopholes baby onunti in the world true for my ana. These are the conversations we are in common, but then the political actors in Woba we will try to do our best now share the truth of the matter. What is currently the problem or what has popped up and the cocaine issue ibi be watchi bi e wo Cape Coast yarampono wanye the two nkrofo ebien court. Later on, what has happened to it? About 17 slabs of cocaine nakok watchi e wo Kotoka International Airport eneda. Now Zoom Lion and a youth employment agency it wants to an issue to them. Now Malik Basintele also youth employment agency they will not renew the contract with Zoom Lion if the salaries are yamamenum or kapra fitahumachi wapra nron yida one sample ibi janem power wakwa kopra na at the end of the month 250 Ghana cedis and awarded Madam Pokrona. Is Zoom Lion in a way being fair or is YA being fair on the side of Zoom Lion? These are some of the topical issues we are bringing. Yatina sa ebezimo inkomo. Missing is the criminal Eshuman. Ma Mendame production team headed by Mr. Bernard Ogo, FKK NFE, my co-host Osman. Unyano Obwa Emma added the biggest conversation yes abroad. Damaso Blackus and a Dorinda. We train out to our Facebook, then also on YouTube. In Tinde we are streaming live on Facebook, then also on YouTube. Kastle 90.3 FM. Like the page, share, now for our comment, photo, the backend, more. Them also and at the various social media platforms in the national, you're streaming live. The platform I edit your own message, whether being text message or WhatsApp message, so are you very active. WhatsApp and if test. Only 0244743143 0244743143 Fafado na Fabra Makan Mese Amo Ezeba Mepot it should be devoid of insult. Na afi message in more short. A trowia sani kanema mibio na buichi ebi wa typo errors no oya odo so nti make kanana on sisedo. Yenye the meaning of it no so ana wa hawadwen. Nti misro bebre mimde oya ensano good okonja adwene no nti ma wa adwene yoda atro na ensano kokra nti oya na ya tro ya na asan abo echire bio ma yenda dwumoku so wo so na asan ende ewiabri worobua ama ya de the biggest conversation abro yenda on ase ewo wanombo a wode eboin ende ewiabri but a Ridge Royal Hotel semin kan show there afi graduation guda orokodo enti enyiwe busua a review school a graduate from our University of Cape Coast our packages bebre zemo on into bomozen na nyiwe busua no enye ne nko menja won wechi enye won nko enti wabra enjoy enye unuanom webusu enye won ko no na afi enema so really cool ze amo elho. All right, High Sense the young control the High Sense refrigerator promo no oyaza on the 28th of this month. Dikosi 8th of May. 28th of this month. Dikosi 8th of May. And the promo no nyina no obeshase na wa end elho. On the High Sense the main control there. On one of the only brand in Ghana approved under the new high energy efficiency standard. And to one product in no oyaza Ghana or approved under the new high energy efficiency standard on into cotton naza a hobby and nature in ya or your energy issue. Ghana have all the 16 regions able whom High Sense on the show Nibio Mankasim Open Blue Hills Restaurant or Antique offer 030255 000030255 High Sense everyday prices for everyday people. Anointed Engineering Servicing Limited. Anointed Cement Control Day. Wire repairs of generator rentals, and then also installation of generators. Into akoto generator fufra na pe obi ma wa install amo akọ Anointed Engineering Servicing Limited. Dem service wo ye bi ho. Dem also want more professional advice. After sales servicing so wo ye ho. Enti emre e generator insura ahoro no enjuma ahoro wontwem pen Anointed Engineering Servicing Limited. Hwehwoneta kwan ewo tantry opposite the main lorry station Damaso and our Ben Republic Bank for 0248 455697 and 0243 480334 na anyone inzi inko mo enjuma bebreke eyinum ho na ewiabere oruso yenasen but phone calls and interviews ahro a ye nyina so no oyaza betway and away say nasen damaso and discussions no so telecell and afi game park and awaroboa ema easy inkomo ewo aha na yenzi dem inkomo about 2 days ago and the production team research be we're going through certain areas CB ahwehwehwe neoma na yes nkan ya kan wa hade there azibiara the regional minister azibiara the MC obeye to push the image of this great city yebobua to push it And the new MC, Honorable Judge Justice Arthur. In fact, where is in Komo Bebre? Na ekra ababo toma. I am enthused with it. Yeah, youth unemployment issue. Ozi Atuga there. Onye Honorable George Kwekwe Kitigan Bakabum. Na the factory bia Honorable George Kwekwe Kitigan. Some time ago, Oyedo Besia, the opportunity amber because of land issue, many honorable didn't come over or can semble for as to the reason why factory no besi in the Ombe. But then Honorable George Justice Arthur is giving an assurance that in the next 3 months we will see something different. In the next 3 months, Yebohu or the shape of the factory in Cape Coast. And yes, the to do because the factory in Oba, at least Ogaman yansu yenya factory Oba boa ema imbebun wenye juma aye onunti onyaza yabakada onya anamon papa anamon papa because eba oye Ogamen mo ha njuma wofa ni njuma di ibi ne ha enti ama mbebun bebre odo won ahye activities bia sanka njuma wo ho a enka menji ndi de wodo won behim enti enkoma Honorable George Justice Arthur we di no yezi enyi bezechi osane yenyim de oye nkomo papa na through my research and also bo ma fono ho ewo oye a certain movie bin so a the minister central regional minister Honorable Eduamwa Eko Pain Otri a certain movie bia onye biwa MVTI we take ewo a nice initiative and we believe that obobwa binom inwana wapeda wanankase wonya wone nsanu juma obobwa wan na they will not solely rely on the government may na ejuma na aba na ejuma ni o na ejuma ni o and I am talking to the youth of Cape Coast because minim za Cape Coast Youth Development Association wariye mbwa wadire bua mbebu ni bi e wo Cape Coast ha. And it's a regional minister will take this bold step, this directional. I think a right thing, and we need to appreciate him and then commend him for that step. Me feel they say ye be dam in kakan dama. We would have seen certain establishment by the youth of Cape Coast. Emma, the language or the conversation about unemployment, maybe in we reduce the kakra. Now, only then there is going to be training for artisans, and we would encourage the youth. Them this is the opportunity. Obotum was on one shame. Na etum na bo na nkasa. Na wonyi briwa MVTI. Na wa kaboma this training orebado. Na mamemo the areas. Also defensive driving tutorials. Painting. Ebe free the painting on yejuma. But the enemy binima wo free Ghana. Woko amanaza e wono nya paper and wo di djuma wo with your skills. What you can do. And there are certain companies when you are painters to work with. On it say I'm fine to the Ghana hamponenya the opportunity to move abroad. I think that ekita won sanu djuma ekwa obotum na waso we push you as a baby into painting. decoration bisa producer ọkọ war ni obi ọbẹ decoration osika ọgye na menka mo so me de nkyerɛ o ya wɔ from me say enti ya ọbẹ de na me sika pa within by 2 hours bi ana me 2-3 hours ɛna wagye bɛ 3,000 4,000 ebi mpɔbɔ wagye wɔde kɔ enti imagine there wankasa ekita wɔn nsa no dwuma there ɛyɛ decoration na just a day ɔnyɛ full day mpo some hours na gye at least 2,000 Ghana cedis mpo de egu kotokuma I think there oye the machine pastries last Sunday na mo winiba na pastries meat pie 8 Ghana cedis bia what be said me na 8 Ghana cedis ya ente ebusia insanu dwuma di oye papa anye ne ye krampo na botuma aye de siwu de na ekiri na aton the machine cosmetology and afi barbering so these are the areas and the regional minister central regional minister onye briwa MVTI akaboma wabama oye training ama oye imbebun na wenya ensanu dwuma because yerisu unemployment is say ibinum kita won ensanu dwuma na woye na won ensa kona na nka won su oye insa another unemployment ejumenu and I think it's a bold and laudable step the regional minister will take and we need to commend him for that me free there in painful binum aba wutu on a Monday nka now yedru baby me nka de binum entu on a Monday bi ot them but zaye hu inde ena yare kan wasam ye de kyerɛw mezi nka na maka de aha aye papa we will say it the maso na za area no so onkoye ne yensu a we will say it that is the fact we will say it orinti yebo regional minister na abada in a sense kra ewiabri yebo na abado yin and I will challenge the youth of Cape Coast. Eyi on your MPP NDC no. It is about your welfare. It is about your well-being. Meji the pastries eya brente ba ye besaba ne ekosia na aye bi no siwuti do na ereton. Onche bi afetu afeshereba. Na se ereton ana ewo joint bi na ereton a meji de sika no ba edibiko ekogo regional minister no kotokum. Into for one kasa yenyime mbesa mebinu ma woni na mo ogwa kroma hade a odu enufo a eno wo sese sika wo gina kwan na wo sese sika yenyime some of the youth bi a wo odu mbiri bi a wo sese sika this is the opportunity man sese sika bi o from be fashion and it would help you ma membo oye Cape Coast Youth Development Association so na abado I mean some of these steps the last time yezin common pone ibinum po wonyo ruko kumase ekosua oye edwuma bi a otitete dem oninti yada wana say for this initiative orubua the youth in one of do in the pe they would do won hyimu no orubua one and they can testify oninti I believe the step our regional minister way to know when tuni there ode ma NDC fo when to the day ode ma sabi na ebusia but one dream the youth of Cape Coast one ho the youth of Cape Coast yen so yen take this opportunity na yen fa yen ho mfenhyemi bi and then yen economy na the u containers wo e decorate kama barbering shop anya cry day nyimpa 2 or 3 baba ebenyo skegu kotokum ayo pastries so siwuti da woboto no nice ayɛ joint bi or hot me water crowd na mo a place bi a ewiaber mpanyinfo ka park wɔ no ka wɔ hɔ ebe free da wɔ kedi edibani bi oyɛ ama meat pie in a coke in a wɔ no nti abokɔ na mpanyinfo a park wɔ car because of how wayɛ ɔyɛ place no ɔno nti ɛna ɛwɔ tsedam nti yɛn take the opportunity na yɛn fa yɛn ho mfɛnhyɛm bi and I believe that in Bebuno Cape Coast this time round wondi anwembo and minim anamona the MC nso orutu anamona the MC ne enuso adehun ne tirimo power odreba no so odeba ye nyina we should support him and I think Cape Coast will be great again. Cape Coast will work again. Na dame sabe induboni bi ebinum wodon wa hyem no me feel say wo bribi pepe bi na wore ye ena wane nsare kɔwona na wo bribi pepe bi na wore ye na ɔrebo wona abrabo a and I don't think they will restore to that. And this is the opportunity. I chanced upon it and it dawned on me to share it with you. And Namona, the regional minister Orutu, and Boa Oba Boa the youth of Cape Coast. Boa Oba Boa in Bebun na ye jade ejumenuo. This is the opportunity. And to regional minister, I salute you for that. The Abaden Edinso Emma Yehu, what is going on? As even registration link crazy atuga and mede how you can register the number was account crampono mezibo tuga so that you can also call now also for more enquiries inya ewom na ezun be shimi bia ezun ashimi bi on nti yenyina yemfa yen wo mfanhyem me kura menya the opportunity amede wo be shem menya the opportunity amede wo be shem na maso me hye bi se paint na maye paint na maye nka mbɔbɔ ha kakra oye ya menya job bi ana mekutwa ne kakanka na producer nsanka nyem bɔkɔ eso ma atwuru mama and this is a bit of information and yeah member ehu and I am challenging the youth. Let's make a change. Let's make a change. We can on yam painful no kutina wobotu am Cape Coast will work again. But in so our actions and inactions will help in a way. And the regional minister the Juma bro our punano. Regional minister the opportunity abro. And mama yankade and regional minister obempo in Juma hin or the bay. Why shall I say? Let's take this opportunity. Ni nyina no yenye enfonko enenim. Regional minister why shall I say? Onye briwa MVTI akabuma what did this training whatever. The youth of Cape Coast, let's take this opportunity. Na yenyina yemfa ye ho mfanhyem bi. Yenyina yemfa ye ho mfanhyem. Meba na yezin komo.
Say
Koda office inti odi jujuma no oguda or kakano but yanyi oye ora keke din komo and what share information with us when ne termination of appointment letter bay and when or handle over the car in question or handing over the government of Ghana. So the timing yenya atakra orika za ora keke nsorika no, we are trying our best the yenyi bezi inkomo yenyi bezi inkomo yafra onfa oninti se offer yenyi bezi inkomo aso susam parade ogudo oye koda kano oguda odi jujuma and now handing over the armor oye the government of Ghana, the local government ministry on the mekano na mebo the me voice no ora atakra no voice on that specific area okay no na ya the response from ora keki nunso niza ozeriba. Yeah, try so there. The former DC for KE, Ora Willivans, Yanin Sabakan, na Nunsu Yinez in Como, so some parade Orocono, DC residents, Ijade Gompo Winja, na say the menina or the craya, Anna Nisika, nor the tay, Anna Aban no trades go. This kind of the there, he has the right to do the boko, but Saban or trade go there. This is an allegation. It has been leveled, and fitting that you try to call him, we are not getting him. Intended to that is it true that DC residents, in fact, as someone would get attention, Simon put a bin no hole. Or can also so the cray. We will know the truth of the matter. Or into also for our message 0244 743 143 0244 743 143. But mobu humaniza tumamo na is in komo kakra efan oye the regional minister anamona wetu but mame mo ekwana ebotum afado na waso etum a register on the project regional minister and the onye briwa MVTI onywana kaboma warrior. So also for more information call 0273 44 77 84 0273 44 77 84 and afi 0244 62 5029 0244 62 5029. Efra, you can call these lines now and register on the programmer, the regional minister, Ozi Aba Ozibabwa or ye Imbebun Ewo Cape Coast. Ninano and it's the youth unemployment. A jumen no and they with the Juma Aben or Wabuano. Just call and register. Now, once you phone for Shemibi. Defensive driving tutorials, painting, decoration, pastries, cosmetology, and barbering. These are the models what the Egwa Queen. Don't lose guide. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
yes, sir.
I've been a taxi driver.
All right, I've been a too.
I need to maintain one discussion about Asama, the first and second. Every Sunday, we are the Makamu Mori or the church. Mampo, my complain, Ama, and this is from the Dentina. A man for 100 cars, not still the Macan and before
Coastal Development Authority is under local governance. Are you aware of that?
I'm the mayor.
Okay. And in one what for one hour you jumano, some of them were when you want call local governance into say nimpano oye juma another kitakana, we need to ask whether still or we jumano mo oriya the person is entitled because of a local governance. And see you to minkade or handle it over just like that.
Malakano true, but I'm so Macano, Wakada, one I'm seeing we now obey your start or a washer in the mum that's a 100 over another 100 over. Some American and
we cannot conclude.
Martin,
that's it. That's it. Yeah, but that's it. 0244408046 0244408354 0244408046 0244408354. Yenzin Komo. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Mr. Kukubo.
Yes.
Okay. Papa, Pacho Mintio.
I'm for sure. I'm not doing my job. I'm not doing my job. I'm not quite a new. No, I'm seeing you're starting the channel to go from someone there. What does no call no judging data? Oh, no, I knew what me. Outside was that come. No, for sure, please. No, I can't hear the potential. Only was going to be. Or say it to a taco. Take a taco, a taco amount of food. It's a monad I can. No one was going here. Then I want to a Jocko and I will especially in a food. Oh, anything now. Oh, now for sure, I can't that in what was going on. I'm not sure that I can. Commander sugar like what was going on to care for so.
Maso made us say 0244408046 0244408354. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
I just want.
Yes, sir.
Abu Muchira.
Yami Adumo. Efonya.
Efonya.
All right. Efo into.
I just want music and Embo Abado. Embo region minister so Nabado na anuma auto odefa ogwama de gwama youth no obenye jumaye. Na MC so yema congratulations. Na anuma ole tude ogwe obofo na tamapa odefa na youth no obenye juma no odaye. Ina ni yin na ye hwehwe. Because a youth is so near you Malaya, Sebio, Uncle Dina, Uncle Bob Crono, Uncle Dina, Uncle Sebisica. It don't want to say there more little one Lacano, 1 year more on your friend. You know, you to the soup, men good demon paying for mommy and goon in Marcy, or the woman a juvenile, and they yako, Yejuma, Kakri, Skakakla, Yakwa, Matame, I peno, Neako, Dabi, young force me, or ye no force that thing. That's it. No, Joe, because as soon as say you will be all up in the Juma permanent to Anamwa.
Yes.
The permanent permanent. So the whole year, Juman. It is if so get a bind the car, no crapper. Say, and to a car, a finance Katachi Anamwa. Because I don't know Chama Keke. I mean, who know what but no, get a party car white. But we knew. But say, ampa there, ebia more can or yanukola chama so on say and say if So on ye more on the car no.
Chairman, one hand the car no I.
Okay. And keep on said the man okay you say be obizi akushi to do no be ka some onya no kwala your baby you know boko akediana. So that means say more aye no na ta kwa aye no.
Okay.
Today enyim chairman onyi na ba rejuru eto we ta kushi to no do. Say ampa we ta kushi to no do. So onya npa abazi no botumaye no da papa dem akushi we to no. That's it.
Okay, ma so me da say. Okay. Ma menkona menye chairman KK inkezi inkomo. Menye chairman KK inkozi inkomo. Ewa ma memfa this call. Ma memfa this call. Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes sir. Nyame adumo mpocho waso e.
Nyame adumo. Ona wo je data, but also the like 3 months time here. Young bomb pere ya papa mo na won so dey one man be the first one for keep it logo.
Okay.
Good idea. Good idea ba. Ida ma bi se be ye na no bi mo ba mo to ayan fe won. Abia ba mo to ayan fe won bi. Abia ba mo to ayan fe won bi ayan ku pele o.
Okay.
Good idea to for keep it ade se bi are nya ade.
Okay.
This is like an issue no abo keep it. Young bomb pere I go no man for something.
All right.
So what you want me am out of farmer keep it.
Maso better see. All right. Ma menkona menye chairman KK inkezi inkomo ewo ene da ensembia obebo togwa for the clarification ozreba ewo aha. Chairman, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, brother.
Papa na pome.
Nyame na adom pacho mo aso mo hoto den.
Nyame adom yensu ye hu ye pa.
Good.
Yeah, that's it for your response. The nyeni basing komo on issue bia opemu aha. Yehia clarification ewo ho ai
After you ready there
okay.
The mamu station kura the first radio interview amaye
Oh okay
many radio station be ankasa as a matter of principle.
All right, but chairman ebejina damam enwa na ma bo voice no so that you can respond to it appropriately.
Okay.
All right.
To so biem am say menu e ka asem bi say DC obrewa outgoing DC akoma fofora be NDC boys be jene ka wa boron kwa and there I'm saying it on authority NDC ni bi ene ho awaje obrewa ka hwe on obrewa show obrewa or a friend to Kastle FM unless e bi on person dey propaganda obia ni ho ye NDC ni wo ka yen makwan ma sa de nenkoso me mesia obrewa several times until said John Mahama issue letter. I think after Yeshua in, so they should hand over all the Bombibia and Farmer coordinating director no, or no na ne kutaka no. Omo dabi. Miss Bobri oni me am eke e wan ma bruchiri. Menko baby ya Miss Obri dabia wo take na ye car pickup ketu bi. Era no okuta a group momo jema coordinating director hand over mom no the coordinating director na use sa aka na wana bo obrewua o use no and this ni bia ni wa waje kwa na menua se ye kase ye kan sem ahum ye ni sa adaje na ye me no kase unim se Coastal Development Authority kodafo no mo constituency chairman Obed order so pick up na. Yes, na metro to sakasi aje hoga chirasi aje eya kekene la kusa oda koda na eduma wo hefa koda no mo ya eduma na koda to omo nti omo ya edu koda no omo ya eduma na omo solo omo tifie ya nti koda ya eduma na omo solo omo tifie ya ana omo ngwa eduma. Okay, nti na metro say yen ya adwen say ye baba be ye because just last week I hear confirmation Obed o yusu koda kan o de ba ho so dey say keke order so te Land Cruiser ye de man as deputy CEO and order so team ye need to say to me ni say empanifo na omudo on process begu from na say wo say ade a wo ho bia na omoje no me kwazi atakra me ntimi nko keke wo ana me ntimi nko Obed wo say kwa kwaje and ye so sa na e ma no so.
All right, chairman.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is it true that Land Cruiser was more as deputy CEO of Koda? Egudu edi ejuma. Egudu user.
I am quite. In the first place, when my work here for you now was my bro.
Yeah, bro.
Koda for ejuma. Ma may respond to the entire Kakrana Martino. Tata. Obi obakacho the code and you be no. Only more keka. Coda, where you what they have intention to close it, they have not closed it. Coda, Mala, Wankata and this if you want budget, have been part of it. Wakada was the Coda and Koka Ministry of Local Government. My budget meeting 2 times. Our Ministry of Local Government. And a acquire budget presentation, both compensations and capital expenditure, CAPEX. Our Office of the President, honestly, for 3 times. The last one year, the day before NDC, Minister of Finance, will be reading a budget. It was chaired by Nana Oye later, Nana at the Office of the President. I was part of it. So, I may Article 71 holder. Today, all can bring out them. I want why Article 71 holder. Maybe a public servant. I was properly employed by the public service after passing the public service commission interview. Strictly by the Constitution, you cannot fire me until I say I have until the many 60 years. No, Obi and over to Muasak.
Okay.
And
who made us who appointment was not one point politically. You went through the process.
No. Yes, we are public servant.
Okay.
2019, May acting deputy CEO, October 2018. By June 2019, I had been confirmed by public service after passing a public service interview. Or today, teacher, area training college at that time, na Kubino. Now, our appointment letter was subject to confirmation by GES Council. Then you work for 6 months or 1 year. You go for a confirmation interview, and you qualify permanently. And sometimes we are born to want into government Article 71 holders are 1 terms of appointment, or you co-terminus with a regime. We are not part of it. Nevertheless, I received a letter on Friday, 12th April, terminating my appointment with the Coastal Development Authority. Friday, 12th April, 2 p.m., I was already on my way from the office to Cape there. Weekend, I remember fear. Na me be ye ma ha be mu seminar atata enti se me pone juma straight me pefie kura na ma ba table direct enti me ba na secretary no oslo gentleman be from office of the president or the letter be am na do me suspect the ono na me da kire no say wo dem da kire
yes
but the envelope time then wo this party letter no onye 12 April
yes.
Good. 12 April, or Friday. Early morning, 9 a.m., 14th April. Now, I drop my car. I had already done my, what do they call it? Handing over note. Election year, whether the party will win or not, you do a handing over note to help with the incoming government and the transition team. And as a matter of principle, whether you are Article 71 holder or not, you're handing over notes. It doesn't mean they Juma. And to honor the I signed the before election, July last year. And after handing over, I handed over my key, my car on Monday, 14th of April. Nanu ya 14th ya elected this 14th by the local government minister because office of the president terminating no. It didn't state them may hand you over assets. But
okay.
Or say the president neither was say there Juma Magana de into your appointment has been terminated with immediate effect. it never directed they go and hand over to so and so. But me so, my public service. I taught for 18 years and thought I made a deputy CEO. My last teaching place was in Quantitin, so I know public service. And to me, letter now, I didn't need anybody to come and tell me to hand over. And I'm going to hand you over. Me hand you over now, so I mean a letter from local government minister, then me go hand the asset over. Now that me handing over acknowledgement by the director. No?
Yes.
Medical.
Mm-hmm.
So why would anybody in his right sense go and sit on a public radio station and misinform the public? January, February, March, April, I didn't sit in the house. I was going to work. For their information, I was going to work. Obed is the regional director. Until Obenya 60 years, you know, nobody is going to fire Obed into Okutane car or a Benjamin Okutane car.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mpacho, Abai, what change Abai, GES, regional director. Why didn't you finish them?
Debbie.
Ghana Health Service, regional director. What's happening now?
Debbie that.
So why is he talking about Obed? He's only a regional director. And I don't use Kano because now by April 2025, the NDC government will continue to pay Obed his salary. On one case, Juma Oye, MPP time, I brought no Kata. Minimum Juma Oye, Mammy said, Oye, Kahakrada, minimum.
Or your teacher. Or your teacher. Or a teacher. One of the schools were constituency.
What I can now.
Oh, David.
Because decent politics. We should do decent politics. I am very disappointed there, Martin or your teacher. Name of only Kafrate, with all due respect, that you from Fanchem. Only left from right. Or Kade Obia attacking Obedi. They went to his house. The NDC people and so-called national security, they went to his house, they were called in the car. And we stood and spoke to the national security people at the top level that this guy is just a regional director. You cannot take his car from him because he is still under appointment by the public service. Public service for anyway you direct a background code that only interview Obed and he person as acting regional director for Central Region. So if you have not terminated his appointment, on what basis? And I owe you to Nikala. How there? A problem,
Chairman, Obed and Asumpo were cornered to Danka or Kajikano.
Miss what can you do? Open the fear or jog in the war grabbing or beg the car. So our day in the ADT. That time now make my appointment no one terminate. So they have to inform me. They inform the regional, Mr. Regional. They inform the director of operations of Koda, and we all have to make calls to the so-called NDC activists to tell them you cannot take that guy's car because he's still under public service and under appointment. Answer the word you can. Call Obed and ask him. They want to do. They are sitting on Facebook. Remember screenshots. NDC for our it is so sad. There service you and can your appointment. Also, so by power, Bompire there was to be heavy. Not that this is new to Pong. Our that was actually will be answered away in your appointment. One can say, what service you normal function here. Because the normal function here, you should be happy for him. Whatever it pays, whether NDC or MPP, or the district, you should be happy for him. And whilst also Bompire then Yankupombe you with Zama, so that you can also come and contribute meaningfully to the development of AAK and other Central Region. I made me question, baby, I'm away. Through my efforts and by the grace of God, Mankatama at least an Afro marketing, when past MBA, they were demonstrating. They won't call former government AC. The woman pass them there and coffee our CUD. Won't you call now what no about demonstration for municipal assembly or And I'm going to do home. And the MP catch him and I'm to young and a young address one. We'll do something for you. That started a ban for Fraba. They should come and complete it. That is how in Puntu. Obi ya baby a wire dream. Now also to be a cock and then vampire do be loose an appointment so that you can write. Then you can tell me what I have him. You are have him.
Okay.
There are machines, bulldozers and payloaders are working in my personal farm. I don't lose anything. I don't. A car is not one of the things that I cherish because we were my car so. When I was even teaching, I had a pickup and a saloon car. I had 2 cars when I was teaching. And to go behind a car, also to the point that what the car it doesn't take anything away from me. And the Abranton or any taxi here. Mobed is still using his car because he is still the staff of Coda. What's the way good? We integrate. Hello?
Chama Biteu.
We integrate with local government. All the staff will still be working because there were over 700 projects. You are complete to be, I am complete to be. The NDC people saw the need there. Those projects ought to be completed. And you acquire budget into the 2025 budget. You should go and check whether the development authorities have budget or they don't. On checking under local government, over who there, we'll have something we call CAPEX, capital expenditure. I don't know what is here, capital infrastructure today. An Apple market, they schools are here, was budgeted under 2025. Oh, so what you hear there, what will be called until be a here? You don't even know what you have to read and read well. Gentlemen, no better than one. No one can ask them because I'm a former Simon Kobido. Or not some Bamedoa. I am a mountain. When he climbs me, he will fall. Nobody can take me down. And he and he is so disrespectful. We are sure that or a young person now. This is somebody I will be older than him for more than 20 years. The way he even mentioning my name is so disrespectful. He should be careful. He should be careful. I am sad there. I am very sorry there. You respect my radio station. And the radio station the Accra from Amefa. I have so much respect for your station. And Madam Marcy, there are also Bekayan. Musumunya the need there, you reach out to me. We hear information about me. I have pushed some of them to you. I have pushed some of the information to you. One can say who the presidential dispatch at the office of the president. They to bend who know letter nation. Letter na me about they to bend who na brown.
Yes.
A sample.
That was okay. My main check.
It's supposed to be 12th April.
Yes.
So
Stamp on the 11th.
Me official kama. Hepede ko wu akona ko wu. Time I walk ko bed no so nyina me na mama appointment letter nyina gu car no mo. O say roof no top. There awa. Ese ye benyi na ebesi am there ba bed me car. Say to me kan na me yi me da ma. Na kan. Na hu there. Yeah, appointment there. DC for away one appointment here could terminus. After I will revoke one letter on the 8th of January. They were paid, I think, their 8th day salary in January.
Okay.
I'm in the car. I can take my salary for April. If you don't give it to me in the car, I can seek legal redress and win. I am seeking audience with the people at the Ministry of Local Government because terms of appointment, it doesn't say there. About to my sorry, I'm not attacking. Unless they be a Maya Bonibi, I'm a friend, the what is disciplinary committee, they 7 year body be not there to now. Actually, I terminated my appointment there. Oh no, make a damn major 9 years now for me to go to pension now. Cause to be anywhere on grant. A far copper say look at the that court no judge. He will grant it to me because they are not supposed to terminate my appointment under that circumstance. But I want to first seek dialogue. I want to use dialogue to tell them that they. Now, my severance package, we will live in peace. If you don't give it to me, I'll go to court and seek redress. I am not those people that they can push around like that.
All right.
I am very sorry that make us a day just because of some small boy in the age. Because no one respecting my NDC from the original secretary through AAK Hakra, former chairman, current chairman, and the because I am one of the few people that believe that politics will never separate us. What they won't crop for what appointment. They call me to seek help. Then, chairman, you're banned then whole time not then my to lower your expectation, rade, and the cry. One gentleman from Bota Region, Yonkopa, NDC activist. I guided him through. There's a one man deputy CEO, focus on the day, I have today. That is what I do to every young person. When I had NDC for election, no one from the ABI because I believe in empowering ourselves, another as young people, as people who have one region in common, the development of Central Region, and for me, the development of Asebu Market. At least, after Asebu Market, I've been able to, by the grace of God, God has used me to bring them one of the biggest factories in the whole of West Africa. All right. My footprints are in Asebu.
Okay.
Nobody has been able to surpass it as of now. I pray that Obi Mayor better than me, whether NDC or MPP. But for now, I have paid my dues to the district. And they should treat me with respect, normally doing that.
All right.
They should seek clarification on who they will be to Nikama, Uncle Nonkobusa, Obed, or your regional director. His appointment has not been terminated, and they should not even try it. They shouldn't. They shouldn't.
Okay.
Because what you're not to seek to redress, he will win and cause a lot of judgment debt against them.
Chama, my for this information into across in a TFA where it is so who there indeed Kano as a hand over Emma one more a receipt of Kana as a Kono Crampono what show as to you've handed the car over and Menkan this was addressed on the 14th of April 2025 yeah. Okay. This letter is to confirm that Kingsley Kofi Kakaribonzi, Deputy Chief Executive Officer, Finance, Administration and Human Resources at the Coastal Development Authority, who was allocated Toyota Land Cruiser Prado vehicle with chassis number no, and then the registration number GC 1905-18, returned the said official vehicle to the Operations Department at the head office of the authority on the 14th of April 2024. And it was signed by James Afari for Director of Operations, Dr. Isaac Ansa Wubil. Okay. And to Kano, I return more receipt.
Yes, this is even before local government minister member hand you over. No.
All right.
Okay. I handed over because a car yes, the normal menu I have it. By the grace of God, and your problem, Mamma Cry. Okay, I buy as in Yama Papada, or Yamaka personal property. And to be young Kofuna, Fabra Farmer. They didn't even tell me, but I went to hand over and sent a letter, but they made me hand you over. And I told them I've already handed over a long time ago. And to be said, no, me doing that. Now, me have been my married dog. No, need be Papa be every year when I brought over. Baby, no, don't they am 1 year feed your mind.
Chairman, yeah, so yeah, that's for the clarification. All right. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right. Honestly, yanyi ora Kofi Kakari Bonzi, Chairman KK, and yanyi kezi in common from Oye AAK. Ninjinano in response to Oye Atakra aneda za okede my voice no sumati that KK Ogusua Ochi ni car Ogusua Ochi, but I clarify that one hand over the dada on the 14th to crown or hand over. What the or hand over before Mpo and stand at the local government ministry in Mpo Warrichon, and this is the receipt. Ochade one hand over. Mark can be Mezi more. I have Kastle 90.3 FM. Yesterday in your nominal Wababa na easy in Como. Aha yes. Yetran Nuruddin Komunisa and to some easy in Como. But me good make sure the youth of Cape Coast, the opportunity is still there for you. Yenzin come up. More messages on Numbra 0244-743-143. 0244-743-143. Yeah, good idea. Try around Willie Vance. There, no, Yanisa Bakano so yes. Former AK DC, you know, there is a Bakan there. Susan Pade. DC residents a gompo a jade gompo niwa na nyoma no was saw the crying na wodo so ana yes we need clarification to certain issues inti bina ya clear if no a high Kastle 90.3 0244408046 0244408354 0244408046 0244408354. Wasubutumaba na easy in combo. Yes, wasubutumaba. Now there's a clarification. 0244408046 0244408354. Yes, of course. Aha, yeah, Kastle 90.3 FM. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, this man.
I'm going to see.
Thank you, sorry.
What's our rampa?
Madasi. And for sure, interview, so that we said it got to turn our station will be another.
Oh, only
what you got for better?
Yes, what?
It was now so master the umbrella number and young compare and Canadian. Information letter for represented the Kastle Bibia. Let's show the Bibia when you're about that. What's our politics register in your better media? It will be on your book. It's somehow in the choir, only to my son. You don't study in Brazil. Okay, so I'm moving high.
All right, Master Vidasi. Good afternoon. Yes, sir. Kukumo Pano mean too.
I got original. Station one another. We will go. I know your mom when you are going to go. Let's go.
Run, one hour do go on with the run. Why am I? Kwaku, and run now. What do you go on? 1 hour to no wouldn't run. Why am I? What do you go for? Wouldn't run. Why am I? Until when you may pie.
No, I will take on. We get a station. I want you up on so the world will go. The seven. For the car at that one. And the moon will be a bit more. I want to go back to the woman and over so many now. They are there. I'm there. It's a friend. But this will be none. Now, I have a tell I have a tell India, I have a tell what the man will be so way. I got any way and also have a car. The man of what I have a tell.
It's more no composite because of politics.
Oh, yeah.
Voila. Good afternoon. Eyako. Oh, okay. Me too. yeja ejuma da se ayo kompocho ben wo phone mam ai oh okay yet you Go. Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jason.
Yes, sir.
I've been at taxi driver movie.
I've been I mean too.
Jason. Papa na yin chuchun komo I starting na head but e chiri na wa mo 2 ashiro. Masa na ndama even po atusam otum kada government official wa na ejo ma ha obi atake na
nyamuta atusam ni ha onya atusam no team masu team pocho onya atusam na asam na ye kan wa hade
I'll ma make it what you say. But when you're to Mpakun or a small boy, walkers na be I don't borrow politism. Oh, there's no fear, I don't borrow politism. So
no, office no crano. And say I clarified on your government appointment or go to a public servant. And the public servant in officer, on you don't didn't borrow politics in me then. Politics will be also didn't borrow no, you know, didn't borrow.
I thought I make an want my soul. I thought I could acquire a small boy. On you mean, I will describe I want to acquire one can the other collecting as some can one can say, what I make I know. I don't think the sky will be a small boy will be at them. Oh, Nana,
let us say 0244 408 046 0244 408 Mama pick last caller na FNC Elha. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Commissioner.
Yes, sir. All right, that's it. Into you.
I'm from the sanitation. I'm not going here and panting that felt care. Yeah, can I don't see I can hear. I'm from the Cape Coast Eye. Cape Coast Eye, people, but me, Zoom Lion company. So one would see the sanitation company or Cape Coast. Me say the whole Ghana Zoom Lion company. No competition guy say not there. I'm commissioner. Continue to read even for me, you short. Continue seeing out to when I'm feeling good as I did before. Was that's why I'm more good. I have been in the news by the mayor, you appointed one orchestra, town council. I'm coming. The government for China in and out. I will so more rights of China, whereby no so most or you or the woman see the only why you. But you whereby what it does not to this for. On your whereby you will be done on Bumbafa. Let's say Ben some Musha in a bet you. I don't know, but also you will write number for watch about you. What say of then? To me, we have no watching. I'm coming to me. I don't see we have no sort of watching. So please, the union now so on winning the union. Because you go to if you and at the bank, they would your small junction the for that and the woman has it. I'm coming out of benefited or your nobody said if you show you the don open soup. Why you may do? I dare say why you may do as continue as so at its will. I mean, since you know us in the ordinance from our fight scientists that we have to catch on us to do can fight and understand it. Because on when the younger sentiment feel free only on the issue of the interview, I'm from the man very well, but on say more than and they can have been there about the youth you do a mission. No, yeah, Japanese for Jamie and not them. Why you know that as man come that way in the womb phone cafe, you know, by invite one. Won't you need more one crown yet? In issue of Bakari, you also have the so and the issue beyond so me. In the issue beyond so me. Oh, I point blame them. I used to not be the lady. Because the Muslim I will said, oh, money to net natural. Yeah. Tell me to pay in the interview, said you. Or be what black with me. Said you okay. In your day, on your dimension on the on watching. Or you said, well, black. Inter mean say abana na be be wọlé jimpa ni be kwan osere me for the jimpa ni yen politics na we reading I will be fight for the margin percent the car what you want from blow.
All right.
But
That's it. Last caller. Good afternoon. Hello. Okay. When tumna when do. All right. Yen fancy wa ha. Me tum for be a bill for now. My big of art na say. But ma acknowledge our sponsors are every was saying us and Betway bet influencer Betway is main control there. Bet no one could say main chat na endi. Eritwa na eridi no na wo code no el share zema afoforo nso ema won so wolutwe bi enti wotwa on your coder oyaza you earn 4% of their wana enti waso ede wo code ede mo wono ede mo ebusua ede mo wunuanom ede mo wadofo no eridi no wonso eridi no imenya percentage of their winnings ewo ho. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway gets way more. Damaso na Telecel. Se menka nchoda afi Telecel Ghana Music Award no rebado. Enti what the special bundles aba. Ono special Telecel Ghana Music Award bundles. Ono na ye kanwa asem ye de chro. Na demo a to bundle no na to automatically to zema o favorite artist of the year. Most popular song of the year, then Afrobeat song of the year. Dial *700# or download Telecel Play app to bundle now and enjoy the savings while showing your support. Telecel, connecting energy. Game pack cool chop. Choose one or just one number pay. Na channel 26 to 30 times. You only be choosing number be Oba pay Kim in your scabebre. Ezegu Ukotokum. That's *946# or to play, pick one cool. And you mokui in a way showing us in our discussion table nodo. Mamma Babu for Aquaba, Namincha Mombra. Angato Aquaba,
you know,
Bibiaboko.
Yamanadom, Bibiaboko, now say,
Oh, Christ and Ado, Christ and Ado, Bibiaboko. We need a beef in them. What is he?
Oh, where is he?
Okay, but that's it.
Maybe so as some. My then I see interview was member free.
Yes, I miss in the hands. My man no can no one codo.
I ask some more. Be no other canon seminar. What the response about? Is of them.
I said, it's part of the game, indeed. And I
be some question be there into a politics was able to avoid them. Or what Benamo on your position or what another more accusation allegations in a warrior. Obey a win. There's another one on a cake on there. Drip machines, no, coordinated council for no.
One could see central region when your information and some part of you be way to replacing with old ones. Inti. No, so you good and pay your course one. Inti at appropriate time.
Made the assembly be our
yes.
Council
Yes.
And make them blanket allegations against all of them. They drip machines now about we to spare parts now. What the old ones are she said. Inti more or say no way say children walk out for no akafa would to know. I mean, what is this? No, so what Ben Mona, the more in Katusana warrior, no, will be a 1 year because you have all the powers to do investigation and prosecute anybody as if you feel the wires be on fata.
Okay.
And your baseless allegations, na very yen wahana when you are exposed, no was a member of government of Shawana. I'm not a government of Shawana, and OSP no Kadabasana.
I got to say, German, Commander, the commander and the sweetheart the quitty should be Commander Kaba. Bibi Aboko. You see a different no. I say you see a different. It's a memoir, Anna. and then I say there anytime a baby are different. Come on. Hey, Commander. How are you doing?
That view. You need to have a good rapport with your panelists. If you fail to do that, then you have a hostile attitude toward them. That's bad.
Be a finamoko.
Yeah, paying a year in the but have become a limited for Commander Kizzy Pay or the Kana. As Uncle Kankashi have able to marry the Nasi. We can't complain. No coin, you many. I may Mazo Cram here fee all the appointees of NDC. You see, there's a basic practice in administration. Until the moment you get into an office, once you inherit assets and liabilities. Obi a work in office, no better no boss maybe basa. And you are not telling Ghanaians what you met at that office. You are doing a great disservice to yourself. A appointee of this administration. Now by this time, you are doing a great disservice to yourself. Not the party, not the people that you are serving. Because I want one more two. To my end, this is the time. And this is for myself as well. I a gun of one was there at this time, and I want to catch another. So when you get to the office, that is why they have handing over note. So there are a lot of things that you need to put out. Let the people know. And my understanding is that, say, hey, yeah, you carry the people along. Don't keep it. For how long are you going to keep it? Carry the people along. Let them know. My mom for who may go to the office. It is and yet no better today. I'm close to Obi. May information be it doesn't speak well of a government. Governance, you carry the people. That's why they say there was it is for the people, by the people, and all that, those kind of definition. You see, whatever you have seen, the assets, the liabilities, let the people know. When you keep it to yourself, time be baba, unkofu ba yeden wo bosse sawo ndama ahwe de gu garem. Njare win na ere bombum. Speak to the people. Ebe tin office, in the office 1 month. Na azibia ebe boto office wana sabi oyen intumenka. Na se choyo so an intumenka. Because the people want to know what you met. And if it was good that can. It's a big keep na and na ho na ya na ma. We are not helping the people who voted for us. And of course, why you're quoting, aye.
Commander, may I say, all right, Ebushentin Painful, Ariabri Bazin Como, or Nuruddin Kobna Isa, or Casadema, NDC, Amayukunu Damaso, and Eja Atosam, Nusukasa Dima NPP, Amayukuno. But Yerka Yawaba, but Ansana Yabokono, or Yanza, the Central Regional Minister, way to Anamonibi and Anamoni Day. Artisan development program aimed at empowering youth with valuable skills. As our line, amazing kind of abu bidu amo. My numbers able to my friend na to register and for further enquiries into the program. Missy, this time round, youth and unemployment, and the Juma abawabuano. And to take the opportunity and Anamona the regional minister no or to you feel there or a good that we need to share with you. And to Mamuncha Mumbra yaba ibezi inkomo ewo.
Auntie T, I beg, fix me go betete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no.
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you fit get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you the want town. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies. baako a ɛyɛ wo wiase ɛne sɛ obeto afidi abɔden a wonya so mfaso biara ne senti ɛne wɔ sɛ wode w'ani kyerɛ Anointed Engineering Services Limited. Generators apapa enye dede eni unhwamo nensa numfu obebre no. Anointed Engineering ewo the free 5 kVA ekosi 3000 kVA ne bonso da fom boko. Na woton so a yema 5-year warranty. So we generator eje ne ho a Anointed Engineering ebesesi ama abribiara ye sound so ton tar lights any genuine spare parts. Afei so so pese woton wo generator dada. Free Anointed Engineering. Anointed Engineering Services ewo training school a ema nimdie ene tete ewo generator, plants, auto mechanics, electricals, controls, any solar installations ho. Yejuma penti, yashita oman Ghana nyina. Hwehwe yen wo Cape Coast, Tantri, ye ne Accra station no ene di hwanimu. Anase ye ben Republic Street, Francis ye ewo 024-845-5697. Anase 024-348-0334. Yenti ewo enkran number 77 Anointed House ewo Odoko Malam Kwantimpone so eben Odoko traffic light. Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
Ope frigia jodi beshem bia bepo ho ban nanso antwe wanyam kanea how ho enoane Hisense na high energy efficiency standard for anyone sa shase eno kire se ekuli pa ense nyinam kanea na banefeso a we did there every single door efe side by side emuso any cross door nyina Hisense wo fridge sene fata wo me kire de wo hia ni bi edemao say your vegetables or drinks wonam de wadi amanaka no Hisense long lasting cooling no e manaya fresh abribia e 28 April ekopim 8 May e Hisense refrigerator promo so Hisense fridge never fear nya gum Hisense everyday prices for everyday people.
All right, but Mr. Mo akwa baby and from the biggest conversation, Kastle 90.3 FM, me man hodo. My messages in number 0244743143, WhatsApp and a text message. Damaso and on Facebook and YouTube, you stream it live or join the conversation. Now for a comment for to Yabakan say amo. All right, so my yen share in common as see young room na yanko. Ejanudin, my mention sim free udo. The step by the regional minister on this youth empowering programmer and they were launched in collaboration with Brewer NVTI. Our beboa mbebun our various models. Mamufebi Entuga, defensive driving tutorials, painting, decoration, pastries, cosmetology, and then barbering. These are the models, and they one launch or what the youth of Cape Coast. Now the unemployment issue, no, the story no that to kakra. Mintil.
Kwankra, we te ojumezi. We are brave mama ha. I do not for one day also one Jimenyado.
Yenyado.
Anka issues of unemployment are the concern of every well-meaning government. It is a obi in your opportunity. There a bobo on manen numpuntu within a period. The Queen Jenna was a man saying to my yet Mobama unemployment while before. Not that I'm feeling a better ma airborne co fire than abor. Brofumun unemployment in Ogumahoro. There was a yefano fractional unemployment. There was a yefano cyclical unemployment. There was the structural unemployment and seasonal unemployment. And bring humanity, but maybe at appropriate time we'll be looking at Numubiara ma ote. Inti abibia eba fa kwan da de ye dwuman. Epedon kwofo wane sa wunyansa ne dwuman. It is good for the development. Say the early days of counseling, the component be our vocational counseling. So they are interested in impa ebi ansa no dwuma obinya ebi edwuma mpako no pedoye the kind of traits impa no wa na edwuma so obutum wa then why they look at all these things. They say inya lead the biara or you're interested wo edwuma ankwanko bi nya hono nsa no dwuma mo honsa akɔhwana na I think there ebitum ya kan there with all sincerity or the mpako no ye penyina or dwenadachi. In the history of many developed countries, the act of the nkofo wan nsa no dwuma on a wabo hon mohutum aydan wetumpa on cherry biara na yamma ne nyimu se epe obi a obutum wato tars papa chede ebia nkrofa wo fi Togo na waba hemma ne mu nti da mo adam nkofo no reba wo ye adwuma wo han na anyenso hene mebu no be dan why dan wurusua because they were developing more of the artisanal work inside the dwuma no hia won. It is a POP Nazia. We are not doing POP. But in the because the monk of the designs and as a bay in no, why am I saying young coffin be than Gusia? It is only a situation where you draw a difficult yin to monk kawansam only the opportunities, but in pen and pedoboko. No, where Sebia a Juman po cushion one Jessica. But on corner on Kayanets, Buno, oh yes, and one. And I gave you an example the last time na year can Oya Galamsey issue Macawasam. The must cite a young girl be a wow or prefer there or be yim bazaar can I want not walk Galamsey in the same there or Bukushia as a pump because at that moment na your machine as a man. Jessica be a master now. Oberchenedman, we are paying it. But or prefer. And this woman, Oya Damo Sikanon and Taman. Onosuna, wow, baby ma, a banaze, my yafano drag addict tonight than Aban. Because ye knew, but Bible no, okay, there. The devil finds hands or find work for an idle hand. Inti say, what's in sa 1 year, Juman moon, is it? But I ain't another no so, and some 1 year, but still, what better way than what is it? Inti given opportunities, Monkofubian San Juman, I believe that what the regional minister has done. Oh, yeah, Uncle Biara, you were film man toman. It is on record, the same regional minister also there, on pedal, or but said that work there, central region, one of the poorest region. But it's an argument. I think that was before Nevetin and subsequently some interviews. No reason I ain't there. Say, you can't say, I can't watch it. But how can we get out of that situation? Oh, yeah, I mean, my year, Jumaye, my humba come. It's most reaby. Black reaby, Madame reaby, or Bia reaby. So, Biari and the Nasabi Nasa Kwanana. That is the growth that we are looking for. But so I am them not come there. In Pokuma be no wobe jumana. Who end up at the end of the day. Yeni anomana 1 year bin. I will be bra ne nufa na so was started down so way when ejuma. Into my wadan. Now so one inside juma when yan there. Abakon about for that was a kakene and obejai than Ozako. So this is a very important initiative. The regional minister has started. And I believe there. You will be what? You will at least social welfare. They are also doing this TVET and vocational models. Maybe K-Tech is also doing. Biwa as a model, because if care is not taken, maybe one there or there, obefiha kada biwa. The accommodation also comes in. If we can have a similar one. There be a social welfare, AFA, social welfare meka pay the junction nka no nkwada abon school. So ono so wafa. Yeah, Cape Tech is taking part of it. Because Cape Tech also used to have a model. Minimum them program, and I think it was under the Corvette or something. Did they pick artisans, masters? No, what train one? But that I say, the masters and I say, what system no one? What pick one? No, what's on training one? So in this case, they will be looking at polishing them, then giving certain innovations. I be a waba when trade in maybe at the time I was young put on than on your. So you bring all of them on board and compare. There are a lot of them are able to work out there. They benefited from those training. I think then the government of Ghana and either Germany or Japan, one of them. It is a the munch shene na zinibia. Nchobutu wadan wabwa. You see, this also bring to forth the angle there. Say, is a school far? What it means is that moko accommodation. But if it is closer, say impenan kesempo azenebianan e bran sana wa tase there odo ke yedwuma. Eze kwechi abasambesi. Aha, I believe that nananom na mpanyimfa wo finfimantom. Ye bom kwar na ya support this worthy cause of what? The regional minister. Na ye wi a nta erehyɛ no nkran no butum wanya ho akwanja odeba for baby so na wa expanding because BY is not the only if I under the TVET and there are a couple of them in central region. There are a lot of them. Until we need from this one, then we move to the next level, another district, another area. Until by the time I hear about him, it's about now I wanna what piansan juman. Once I come one sign juman. Another area will be movie in Suminya Akaza Mazabaye Juma. So I believe with all this initiative, will reduce the unemployment rate in the country. So already central regions are now Obaka Ghana. Not telling you puntu kwan na yedan yanamudo. If yamfanya had been on kodo, because this year no, if you look at the system, as our altering most of our youth, a juma altering one CCR, and can will gain a non quado, sa winning ya, or ya pragia. But a lot of initiative about a seasoner in Canada bicycle. What's my high? It was a boost, a major business. Bicycle was my high.
Yeah, kafa sababu.
Bicycle.
Manu.
Makai, opinion be no pseudo so baby or fana anchor.
Okay.
Papi, even say yeah, odu stage intercolleges schools.
Yes.
Ebu no one bicycle baby on the bar. No, the men ya high na you did that. What is that business? Can you do that now?
Are you sustainable?
Yes. So the likelihood there in the near future,
Pragia business
will also go down or high. But it's only down. Our concentration no what Pragia done. Maybe in kittens and maybe a I believe that what the regional minister has done, maybe the next layer I will be thinking of is engaging more of our stakeholders, the faith-based organizations, the chieftaincy institution, and will be using more. If Ohinidi decided that this is a good initiative, I'm supporting it. So because of this, community and let's push them into it. What are the motivations? Abazina yeah, mofon when wabaja. What be jino wakada opeda winyan sanu juma. Mankan choda me amazing no
I can't that.
Amazing.
Qualified mason.
Qualified. In fact, men me for no. Time was on blog go ha.
About to
not to need. But that. Motua in young from your home. I don't quite wind because men yana that ninty. Ebi amudu kaka mebe.
Yes.
But that is the profession. I hold a professional driving license. It means that is a trade, something that I have. And this is where we need to be looking at. Inti yabo regional minister na bado. Now I believe the chief executive soon side than Waban. They are all going to work with him. Into Omonyan Shamawan. Not each and every MMDC. Not district, woman. Or make sure there's a similar one. So that at the end of the day, you cover the entire region. And this will not be in power forever. But at least by the time I am in power, let's have a changer that will be with the person forever. A change. And so, sir, Mpakunoza and Fiahinumpo 1993, na me attachment to be or AGC Mines. It was my head man, I made it, but I rough as a TV, but very, very jovial. Okay, SMB. On shut down moments in the street. It was missing a rough, I don't know, be some there. As your kitchen in some way, oh, you need trowel. Into the chairman, so chief is away trowel. I cried Jemfi, that's the name. No, Mr. Accra say we trowel. I say, no more Mujinai. Omuyi media. Are they ways on my Jeff museum? I can remember 1993. That was when I was going to do my national service. I did the attachment. So it's man, and Sandy Juman are very important. Very, very, very important. Nankan painting and decoration.
Yes.
Yeah, but in the technical field, the painting and decoration, or yet the decoration, yeah. What is this young Crawford? Ha. Yeah. So that wouldn't hear woman. So they are looking at the decoration that comes with the artworks. Ndama ye hanging falls on the artwork. Those decorations. And now framework na nonke come also even friend of paintings. But underneath the aspect of the visual arts and those related. Into me hanging their decorations. Sometimes you can use paint to do it. Sometimes you can use any other material. I think there the minister has hit the nail right on the head. We need to call on other stakeholders. Na yanya fast before central region.
And now numpo nkofo bebre wo sidana outside numpo won paint or another mode was gravity.
Yes.
Graffiti you say.
Yeah. Craft. Yeah.
What the one yamembo ba na even or the fra. So
different types.
Yes.
And all this technology, let me tell you and be honest with you, they are not from Ghana. Oh yeah, most of them are from Togo.
Togo, yeah.
But that's what can I say. So the need, and last week Mikishia, young guy, because sorry, but I have to use you. Oh yeah, I say the mazi, papa be ye be mum, wo baby. Now go far Bamuda the impano hen. Meanwhile he has moved to Liberia. Wow. Okwa Liberian, it managed to make a shahonti. Why some re-registration no nya? So I've lost the contact of the man.
Yes.
But you are doing this work just like Damu Papa of Nigeria. Yeah. Of Nigeria, he was saying that Elmina. Ejubanya Kofiaye, or today, my papa no than Oyan Pepe. It Oma just wrong. But so whatever we are learning until recently, say you them you painting, we be painting blue color you. But today, then we are maybe some first coat. Then you know what they are doing. Maybe a wakato. Stickers and they have a name for it.
Yeah, wallpaper.
No, that's a about. But these are all innovations. So, Usman, as that one fan in San Juman, say, yeah, least mistake. Na ye no beer. As not being bokodo, no see the young push, na yem push. Na yender, quick money, the future of this country on your mind.
All right. It's only do me that say. But yeah, baba the youth in Sonodo, the willingness to enter. If you were free there, me question me, me could be a even po say Pharaoh say abadio. So yeah, baba, I got to. The move by the regional minister.
Madam Simamizun Kanchia or Bibiara would say, oh yeah, Kastle FM. Mobia Georgia, my bro. Munia, the psyche of the youth in the era say once an office and what tire or ched a Jumana or yen on Yejuma papa. And one saw Emma. You're from millionaires, that the monk of ringing onye obi ne dwuma na wɔyɛ ɔyɛ ho ankasa wɔne dwuma na wɔyɛ a what turn out to millionaires and billionaires ɛyɛ obi ne dwuma na nipa ko ne tua ɔka there's no way be a billionaire but ɛyɛ wankasa dwuma na sɛ yɛ ne yɛ a ɔne botuma the billionaire na nsɛm na yɛ kan nti na ebi sɛ is the youth willing to do that because program ya ɔyɛ minim sɛ wa launch because man say I can na what's the topic in na matter them Google portals
na
minister what the program abena media houses no
obi anka wa asem until that na nkasa ya fish into information
media houses now wa publish atmas but na mansanka ntore me bisa producer and I menye no atmas now actually I'm excited to announce that negotiations have been finalized with the Brewer Technical Institute to launch our artisan development program aimed at empowering our youth with viable skills. The World National Youth Employment Agency. The major work do busy now, but and I'm not doing it on saying one. I'm missing the willingness of the youth to do it. I've seen, especially some universities, graduate, although one for Nazina or one can take them to even offices, they are venture into other entrepreneurs are you good. One typical example of Wojima, I was so excited was somebody selling cocoa.
Yeah, me who the video no a university KNUST.
But beginning people will laugh at that person. But with the time that they not pedal yet. And we open branches a day will make almost like 5,000 Ghana cedis. A day. Meanwhile, no course okoye tell our banker kaboso man 3,000. But on a day more nyai. And I'm saying the psyche of the youth no. Although for the Juman or you're there, what's na office now ye air condition. I quite remember your campaign and then one of the youth organizers now campaign then some kind of Sikawa or Sikawa Habim Sikani office Habim Niskakasa Munya as our regional minister on Yazabon and severally all successive government why to the extent but after the programs what's one equipment another in some over here what's a jumano was some one and some even parliamentary candidates MPs also do that. But at the end of the day, say this on there with Jumaya, because of one office, we can't get when you my Ghana's at service walk around ever. No work at there. Hey, Juma, about don't you because a Juma no pedonia were there. Office not no. Na bosom sa wotianako.
Inti mananka sane di nori ya nukono hunu do ye Juma. Sure. My typical example, and if I was interested, but God offered them for no power. If it's a far especially the cars for your electronics now, would detect fault. Was it one machines do not detect? No, the money they are making, say resource, another human resource person will UCC, and they are the mini pacono. Sika onya ne day no was no monthly salary. Now I was shocked. The machine no or this sika no da or detective fault do 500 Ghana cedis. Detective fault in the keke. 500. And son wa ko fault na anka san so ho.
Send new cars are electronics in the man's man e ka no. And you see another guy no onye brilliant wa ko school. As I said, we university, but course you go to my course now, baby. But I prefer that the me no there. Oh yeah, I'm saying this because other youth are said there. On your tie bonk could say no che there, Juma. And the men's last time, na my academy say you see projects no about launching all right to edu home beship jumezine be ye machines na was bomb to the extent for them okay and another damn kwa for na even ekusua aza enwa they pay you allowances to go and learn. But you didn't know the men's man on shutdown look like Jesus from on your guy. But that is where it is fetch the money. Yeah? If you go to these advanced countries, one will make money at plumbers. The more one oh yeah. First and foremost, TNJ and son of what ban a could be OPD. And some is a what ban you. Those people know that inside you I'm making money. Sometimes I can broach now. Work at your mother. I bought degree, I bought bad don't think them as a one on a head bridge man who say Nissan.
I was the one for people, but Ghana and I don't know some parts of the African countries, but if you get a paper now, because how many more a crampa or pay who experience I hear.
And America, the men's a mess, what you want, and I call them training in the men's man. You don't need beginning to set up a shop. Social media, we have WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, which you can able to advertise on your own. Today, I'm able to phone, I call WhatsApp, another TikTok. Neka shahro bana, eka panta to them and the man's what TikTok. It doesn't help. You can also do that advertise. Gakraka you get of customers and sana a 2 months plan. But the problem is we feel they be a king clean now they need the miskano. And that it doesn't work like that. And to them orientation like over the one kasa wako. Mind you, the willingness to go ebuko kusia na one kasa ta boban or depend one kasa home. Order them youth where they way. Because I'm excited about a lot of graduates. Them I can knock a medicure, pedicure, them facial of any, you know what you're involved beauty, but what be our different
makeup or what's it makeover.
I work on a makeup artist.
That basically not when you be
makeup artist. Yes. What can they be a wedding necessary? The makeup artist. It depends on the grade in Anzame by you, the price they take.
Now you put on that talk about 2,000 Ghana cedis. So just the 30 seconds or 1 hour no.
And see, the moon Jumana, yeah, there's money involved, but are there discipline so? And how are able willing to customers? But the most important thing, the willingness of the youth to learn. Because the man make we launch it or yeah, offending here culture center here. What they want machines, barbering machines, sewing machine, hairdresser. The men's man now was more. But let's go back and check. The microphone now what the machines are so far where they do monetary can. Alaza. Obi odia within a be aware. I share answer master zaman kwe want to na machine na was man wide ni. What on? All the way go say but oyen san juma okita wa bi antum yede ne. Anji. This launch now kind of the publicity is so
sitting with form.
Weak. As a matter, or you weak because I'm in tea. And I was wondering also topic in exam Marisha Mohi. Adaza, but one of the Facebook handles.
X handle now.
Yeah. Handles no. And I think say, and he shall not and follow now. Clearly, you will not get this information. Media houses can also help tell them about that. Said the youth also what to do. But tell them new reading can Brewer Central Region will be on to Monko Brewer. I'm the school so fantastic. Why and come on TVET or under the for them there. Why and come out forward. I'll call soap on them when the Obawa or come on. What does share? One decentralized no so called various
areas. Okay.
About my ben youth now obokono. Now why then? What's it? Say why you was and one kasa but to my one kasa there you was. Obi antum mbobo. nti wɔde dɛm hyehyɛ yi ba na fa ho gyim Messi even when na sisi ampo wɔyɛ adwuma wɔ dɛm cooperative institutions today wɔn media free are even channel to go and do different things because adwuma we are zero kono and to me can chem dey adwuma kro na na survive you can't. A lot of people are going to that venture around that place one super one yan one kasa one sign adwuma what even my youth ni hwere wo pere wo corporate office de ma botai na do one na wo no are also reversing back to career once this year. I mean, when these programs are to create employment for the youth, because it helps out there. But the most important thing there, yeah, it is the months a man and work full up accident. How are they faring? And the men now. What to
follow up so on after training or say their progress.
That is it. Say what you are. You who the war quachosa a corner for that yabo bohana. They'll be to help them by themselves out to die because the men you man with a cash. I know the best home of Busuma, but you're not Busuma more. I daily but to buy there one side and I can't. Able to and it will help.
I got to me see. Commander, why should the orientation start on this skills development?
Well, those who understand it, they look at it from 3 different angles. One of them is the benefit. The impanal kayejuman. There, so the marketing practitioners will say that you need to bring out the unique selling proposition of what you want the person to do. Because it is only when you bring those things out, the job of the policy initiators and implementers, all the opportunities, you end up into memboa youth Nti to them if you look at this program, or just about 3-4 areas in a warfare. Into the 3-4 areas, and if you pick the first one, it has to do with the driving. So in maybe almost solve a problem. The benefit to obi or kwadamazen. Currently
defensive driving tutorial.
Good. So currently Pragya is an issue. It is the initiative of government today, or regularizing. What it means is that every rider, although only some training in driving. So, in terms of benefit, Pragya in there. So, okwadami training na, or you no Pragya jumana obiara than on how. But that's one example. Then they also say there, although accessible. The accessible no or the accessibility. Only thing I'm there, if you are doing it at Biwa, there are over thousands of Pragya riders are here who go. You to me move who you have to Biwa. So there's a need for us to have a model or another opportunity. We be Cape Coast. In other words, the accessibility is looking at as a prekone pede impane yan momdemen. Then they are also saying that you need to tailor the program to the needs of the youth.
It means this program see butumaba, but ebia youth at that particular material time it is not tailored to their needs.
So those who fashion some of these programs are saying there, you cannot just say that but the initiative but almost where repair mics. Now we are FM stations where But so you need to make sure that the policy, whatever you want the youth to get into, or something that at least in the teaching profession was there, and I was start from known to unknown. So when the person has some fair idea that this is what is going to lead me to, or at the end of the day, this is what I'm going to get from it. I'm looking for it. So you cannot just say there's a program be about. Other than that, and who did it? As it be out there, as a can be as a man. Yes, we did under the NDC 1 and 2. They training you on mobile phone repairs. And the concept was that we are some basic tools are or there was the age one. You mount table and a chair, then an umbrella. At that time, the concept was that you don't need to maybe that I can rent it or be in a shop because I need to rent. But with that small table, I should be able to work and earn a living. At that time, the use of mobile phones was wired and washer. So the policy was tailored to suit the market, the needs at that time. Say, young shown to be, or today, just a couple of years ago, I think about 10, 15 years ago, we're looking at something. The courses that are run in our universities and the job opportunities. So the issue was that there is a disconnect between my Yesuan was school and my Yesu Copado. Another Yaki Juma. My Yesuan was schooling and my Yaka market. There is a disconnect. So people were calling for the need to have relevant courses or programs to the needs of the market. Because sometimes courses in the so they are looking at it there. Whatever model, whatever program, whatever initiative as urban, make sure that it is in line with what the people are looking for in the market. We are in the technological world. And see, anything that has to do with technology, the youth are there. Anything. So the market is looking for hands that will feed the technology. And the courses CBA as a bokobia bafa. Ended that. I was reading one of the portals. Now, paying bina interest casino there. Also there, why there in the recent history of Central Region? What can I say me there? Amos smart that what is what I said I'm in. No, be said there. So why is Amos smart that
Can now Amos Madokun ya Brandon.
Exactly. So the people who know Amos Madokun, they are in the market.
Mm-hmm. But where is that Dokun to them?
Exactly. Meanwhile, that Amos Mafa when you Madokun bia, we move baby about Tanabra. It be baby and they're doing the same Amos Madokun. But why you doing when you want can? When I'm banking to say, mana, what by Amos Madokun bin? What's our winner? One kind of nurses and doctors. But that I say. So we've left the market. So what the market is looking for, we are not producing the hands to meet the market. In fact, I'll prevent youth from many of these initiatives, policy makers, and other initiators, and whatever. Because as if there's ready market, nese cannot readily obutu mu market akotan. Wakaye wedwuma so no sa akona na. The burden. Obaba de ne ya make ya bamfaso no obo hon. A killing. So these 3 steps need to be considered to get the youth. What is the benefit? How accessible is the model now? Then, was the program designed or structured in a way there, or you tailored towards the needs of the market? It's not with these 3. We can get them there. Ebia, market can be about on Shadan Yabia, music can I there. As in a son cushion, or cushion defensive driving. No one for saying that, the man. But then the second one, I even know cushion has it. Is it accessible to the person? Or behind now? Musamanantwa Makwaha. But I say, now what's Mungus me? Mokawano, Obum Miskamada for Kalago. So it should be accessible to the person. Then you look at the third one. Is that model that the person is going to understudy? Has it been functioned in such a way there? Or you tailored towards the needs of the market? You now we are good to go. Imagine I'm there, oh, fantastic. Because you have the driving there. Then there's the second one that has to do with painting. Then the third one that has to do with
painting, decoration, pastries, cosmetology, and afi barbering.
Okay, nti cosmetology only baby and kasafa makeups.
Yes.
But in this country, obi ayo butu wakacham there, man tibi baba obi ale nya ifro. Ana
I am from the birthdays. And we coach one pictures here.
And you know what's the birthday no baba? Okay, Photoshop.
Wedding usukra what pre-wedding Photoshop.
Exactly. So the cosmetology will be looking at that angle. The market is already looking for those hands. But the decoration, everybody is burdened. And Charlie, you know what? Down to be into me and know. As I pay some, it be in your house. You see, that decoration is not even only on the walls. How the seating arrangement in the room is done. What sort of carpet are you using? The colors, the choice. So a lot of things. Into say areas in a area in the market.
Demand.
And Baku no you there. So other nanto umpo mikizi pebi mase no the pedwe ejiso ada oya ka show you oti mutumu natu fiba asafo ewa mutumu natu kata abu try abudu ebi a tech junction na ansana sikano kitemu semen
wa so na
da fuka ko ejiso yeah. So what am I going to do? Yeah. At the end of the day, if I'm not looking at all those things, it means that yes, there's a program, but program and even to me, you to follow it. And I think that is where the issue is.
Okay.
If we look at this 3,
we are good to go.
Yeah.
But that's it, Commander. Agato, Erica, the interest of the youth. But the question may be saying there, I mean, there should be an orientation. We need to rearrange certain things. Why should it start?
You see, all depends on the courses I hear at schools. Now, the mentality there, Sansan office and ye Juma, or the Juma Fufubia, or ye and Sana Juma, be a papa. That orientation should start from there.
Send the Yoko school na worker. I dare pede a in future will be say bisa obia lawyer doctor judge pilot mechanics
as a but they could be fitting another painter carpenter one was true, but that is where the money is. I psyche colonialism there de ye dwuma wo office ansana ye hu de crutch no yede or banade eraba no yede or bano fitenya no ho abofi na or ye dwuma ne zo no wo mun no ye crutch ni. And I'm very happy that nowadays probably women are venturing into that mechanics and that war and atmaza. Let's help. And clearly already when the rate at which we are our technology no. This business of sitting at the office, employing, looking for job for somebody to employ for you to be paid. Only nya hona epede enya usika no ebenya. Oye wankasa won ye de ne. Won sa na adwuma na eye ne botuma de ne. Enya usika no. Na obi bisa about the installation of obviously members are installations can one. I don't know whether them decoders and them zaman but
model no on
etc.
Yeah. But there's another forum that is Cape Coast Youth for Development. Once you a forum, once you what the youth on this skills training. I think that Nimpano beside them no but what channel to that aspect they can help him.
And I make it these programs here come as even there are some institutions they are training and are having these programs they charge a fee.
Yeah.
And people go and learn it for some few months or so. But the what you are usually they are banning program about catching for Scabra and they will take the responsibility and the cost of it. Bibi ayazi yenyu share or the in quote a ban juma ye na na office and I there or do mean a private person be need my nam an office. So one casa enya one sign juma na sebio minjin there the man sam juma no obi botuma agi office ntwi one casa ye ne ewu na ye ne ezako. And I'm saying that the most important thing that today, definitely we have to side them and tell them that at the end of the day, no, I want Kasana the Mazan of Bedine, Obobo. No make it, I mean, them 15 and them 500 watching a day, you pay him in Tamasan Kofo. Say to myself, because on that complicated, be on the canon Kasana, although one Kasa fetch your fault. This time around, the machine is there. We detect the fault now.
With technology, in your mouth, queen.
And I will now never call your fault machine, no call your fault, but I will just scan more than Obi and Canon, no call your fault. And I'm saying that a good initiative. All
right.
We have done it before. Yeah, several times. But the most important thing there, how does it end up? You bet you don't know. You bet one them tools are obenya the aye them in human nature. But it's although you will not expect to get all of them to be what successful no. But what is the monitoring and what is the number? The means them doing it okay. Actually, one work at youth employment why to train nipa 10,000 on maybe offending
on pastries, on hairdressing, yes.
All is part of what's creating employment. But at the end of maybe some year or two, them done 10,000 and 5,000 account. No man, you wanna did not yet employment, you know. And him for still they are in the system or doing the same business. Oh, mind you, no make it this time round, them some me a wabu boy I was so cushy. The one of a me here store, and Zana me to my start. We have this time round on yes to them. As a matter, people started even in their what homes, even in their kitchens. Another their rooms are what the most important thing there is an opportunity to advertise yourself to the world and through the social media. I able to my DNA. I had the ABCD and share mama. They will do that. Say to me, you may get people they will come to you. What's my name? But the difficulty is on there will be up a quick money. That is the difficulty. If you don't know the more others another ABR customers in 10 but others is there. You are not the only person
the major
man. There are a lot of people who are there. Warrior, and it is a competition now. Demands or higher, but how do you position yourself? How you get customers? Patronize a bakery, patronize a barbering shop. You see, how come they tell you? How come the barbering shops? They are different prices. But to be as well, cushion barbering. Or the way we position onion customers advertisers and starla or the Nenzamano, any of them customers. Them is a million or there. Yes, you groom them, you to know about it. I'll give you a typical example. Yeah, I call. Oh, yeah, Anka Fulla. There was a vast big lander. What year or what? For rain of animals, they're not planning for food and jobs. Look at the rain of animals. Could you believe there more land of them? No more free talk, what won't be 20. I don't already be a pig, goat, and the man's a man or bear no won't do. But this was a program for the youth. But my day, oh yeah, because actually demand for pork or high.
Brechas
or high. That's my son. And that was the trend that youth on, but I don't know. One and walk at the one coming at the man's a man no sir. I think say orientation no quado. Or the one can interest so that what my demand.
Okay. But that's it. Ebusha wasubotumna as it was the aba 0244 743 143 0244 743 143. When it's the MPP, then they become offended. A whole reverend could lie and they couldn't defend what they alleged. My party are moving into opposition in just aimless now. Aim high from Oye Elmina and so Ozeneze Oze Aba. And Pochawell from Nyabutar I Brennan C on Chibiamabu Amanatum. Camera, today's topic has made me happy because even those who are school dropouts are even earning money than we the literate. I have finished university, but I wish to introduce myself into farming. That is the right for me to be successful. Thanks to all the panel today in Mema Hodo. How DC okay, Mema Hodo from Echo Ishan Simeon. All right, Echo Ishan. May I say? Kamina, there are children and people of school-going age saying they wanna be armed robbers. There has been some of these videos on TikTok and other social media platforms, and it's eating into average people's minds and are saying they will grow up to be. In fact, I am grateful for today and the discussion and the fact that politics has been devoided already. God bless you all. All right, Nusuniza Ozi Abayin. Menche Eyunsunidia Ozi Aba. Okay. Ma also the number 0244743143. I'm enjoying today's program, matured analysis and conversations. Host, you are doing awesome, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Young Queen in him elho. Any day yet say the echo Oye Kutuka International Airport. Nakok wakochi Oye drugs be elho. But then Oyaza in Pinfo Nakok was the art together. The recent drug busts are evidence of effective leadership. And your effective leadership inti and they in Rusam everything a watch you or Cape Coast, everything a watch you have. These are based on effective leadership. is Ghana being used as a transit? And Ghana na or a transit, but in a yehuni, afi in a things are mopping up those into this drugs issue, no, in serious manner. Commander.
Yeah.
But more 5 minutes on this conversation.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. So there are two issues. The NACO campaign for them coming out. Oh yeah. And also Abuah Henema. Jim, there your pending issue be about Reverend Tim Fojo.
Yes. And the kind of be said KKK, we could see that. And
he should push.
He is demanding accountability.
From who?
From the state agencies, from the government.
The one brand information
on Mawachi or Cape Coast and then what is
but Ghanaians are interested in Mawa kind of I will ask them more Cape Coast one more no report. Number one is that winning in a catcher. On into me and can was a so I already because I'm the marker or message there. The timing of the press conference or you're wrong. No, you see 1st April or April Fool. Unfortunately, that's my birthday. But when was it? Personally, in fact, today, you know, you don't know no kasa no mubundo April Fool. So then he did that, put a lot of issues together. But the key one, because I'm watching Cape Coast and watching when I will. I'm on phone say as I'm not seeing that. My epide in whom we're kissing on watching when I will. One thing warning. So where arrest is made, how do you then come and say that your interest is you want to know what happened to the people who have been arrested? Now drug barons and watch my way on that. But baby, I also how I bring him money. That it declared there Ghana had done a transit point for cocaine or drugs. That has some level of potency to destroy the corporate image of Ghana out there.
But Commander Mibao, I'm not basing on Intim Fojo Nedino. But recently the series of this drug issue, watch it. I mean, internationally, what does it say about this nation? Because the amount of Obano on yes kakaba.
You see, and the does an answer. Oh no, what was Roko? Diamo and Fanko, Yachin.
Wakotuka.
But others,
yes.
Yanjan one Fanko Yachin. What's inside the chinning there? And Pedro also corner animal ukruma. Do you think that is the objective of NACOC?
No.
But the most important issue is that the Reverend says there, what if you was Abba one chairman? What Abba was a book of money laundering, seeking that Kahuna was a bay. And I'm saying that from that assertion. But why? So, in this country, you can be targeting people, corrupt and other issues. It only feed into the corruption perception index. But yehude among food the America where there are no signs that is the BB aba no was a corner no one can. But where an MP, a ranking member, openly, so obika that none somehow okay nina or down for about why when you demand some information about certain security issues. So it's up to the security to say that whether we have one or one year more. Because not all security issues are discussed. In so unknown pono. Even that approach, in there from where he is sitting, I just simple that you summon the minister in charge. Then the minister comes and gives you the briefing. based on the briefing no ataba ma one na say fi the information na one minister na touch on it then you use information na one na as I compare more no the buying then you go out there you are demanding more of further information. But to make a blanket statement, you see, all the baby no na here conversation in a kitchen there. Or can there my watching a friend and Cape Coast and wake sit on when you know is that what you are looking for? I'm a Ghana in an interest in there. In some revenue can in our baby up here there. My Cape Coast is not watching we know. We are watching and no one some assumption I was going to be. But you have made another allegation there. What should be no way be? That is what it means. That my was back kotokana on winning. To the extent there. My winning na nature no. Explanation be I was more be engine to me there. Me winning an iron. Ni when abadi when is sika so ayen so into me. Inti two issues. Be sure the one na Ghana for bia o mani organ ho bia no o woni tirim. Ekronye there. Nka no na bi ba na wanchen. Nka no mo wacheche ho nansen. Nka no na bi no ba. Na wanchen ho na. Ena ye ne borders na ye porous. Nti wo wura ma na. Mamanfo wo de ye ho business a. Abandon no sabe tafreche o. Onwa. Another school of thought. Afizi we sisi we twin. Inti ma wuzu baby a dan obache wana. So these two things na man for why dan worhwe. Esuman. Ma dream na ncha Ghana nyize. Saboni bia bo mani mu na the security apparatus. Wojina hwana na da. Wobutum wa prevent what one? What prevent the occurrence of crime? That is what in Ghana you be here. Nature yakada yakada free. But in a situation, but as in the butum wa bana yim soon why then or saying the man. Not telling any governance and to them. But where we find ourselves now, may sure that Ghana will be interested. Or by daso that will pat the back of these knock-up guys. That within this period, what's it for him now watching? Because when I'm watching or your news, I'm watching on your news. It's irrelevant, doesn't know I'm watching it. Are you not interested in that one? Are you not interested in that? I'm watching what I'm going to do with that. But I'm watching it there. Nti he who alleges an to improve. Nti ma wachi ya wa bane da wura ma hene. Honestly, ya baka cha wona woman edwuma. Na once we twin to the extent there. Ibirim for sumaza ahene yenyim. Because Ghana nyi bia ma oba for sumazan, wo pedo wa dan what's it? Wo pedo wo da bana dan wa ache hon. So what ho na obada because the state is protecting them. But so one children today revenue is here. On obisinde, every Ghanaian is interested. The domestic kind of if you have by money laundering, the denomination and other revenue okay. The mu cocaine now what if you have by na revenue winning. Reverend Sunday Echo Chapra Bombay. Ninya kukudu na yedan ka. There be a domestic do na what by. Or your cocaine na what's a bay? No so no do ni. Na Ghana fumbi sa bani there. Reverend say. Sika de mi no about money mu. Na de misika na no wontu manche na mahina. Then we'll be demanding accountability from government. But we don't have it. Nti mo wachi is it yeda ho ase. The woman won won ye adwuman. Na won bo aso na won ye reverend nkasa. Awon na obi ambom pai man. That your son. Consider easy. On fire the last Sunday service. No bomb paid. Na yankopon man akukudu. No kenche Ghana for there. Na kokofo no where ya zo. Na mum The more sika dudu ya what about money mu on one chinen or that what him mu. The more cocaine dudu na what about ya one chinen or that way than what him. Na man fe hu there boa. Na say kaka na try da mama ye the why na hwa. No going or coming.
Commander Bedasi. Agato. Evidence of effective leadership.
They should stop wasting our time.
How?
Sure. When it comes to cocaine drugs, on your joke, on your mobile bado, or your serious business.
I say you saw the film or the cry and comment in your bad name.
Those people who have short memories, will think that just 3 arrests while you're within this short time. Or you're proactive. You can Google and find out since this Fourth Republic, all the time, cocaine is being arrested in Ghana. And I'll give you a typical example. BBC website in June 2024, 2 British nationals, that's saying, tried their boys smuggle cocaine worth £5 million from Ghana to London were arrested. I'm saying, one about your cocaine business, they will not stop today or tomorrow. Any opportunity people will better. We'll make sure that they deal with it because the money involved are huge. And it's up to us, the citizens, the security. Say you one magicians, so they rely on what tip off as a bazaar, and that thing was or the teacher that won't grow for no. In the manga, so what but one chest, the arrest shows that which is to know one jam walk a can. Munia, is it in the one? Mempere cancer no there, but I'll have to do that. On 5th March, 2025, 5th March, party Ecosis March. And this story is from kastlefmonline.com. And can more. But that time, watching cocaine, I'll say this was on and now watching who's cooks a quanido atamaza. Munia said in team for the Bisa Bibia will could da other prosecution because my watching us there a good track and my driver and the meat paying away the name. What do you need quote? But the story tells us that your former parliamentary candidate, Charles Hagan, NDC, the year 2020, or yes, Kendi, in a product. After what Nico in a quote.
Is it an allegation or in one the driver and the mate in the body in there? It belongs to this Charles.
That is it. We'll go see it. Walk water the one you can't away.
But and you need there's a Charles no or Kawa and or you related to this area in Kawin. But maybe so is it maybe so is it an allegation? Another the driver and the mate in a one mentioned there this person, are you related to this drug issue?
One kind of story in the driver in charge of the Honvan truck upon interrogation mentioned one Charles Hagan, also known as Penny, for second
Panya
in the 2020 election as the owner of the product. Subsequently, Hagan was picked up by the bureau but has been allegedly left off the hook due to his political inclination with the National Democratic Congress. Boss, say, Obi Bisa questions.
But the story related it to allegedly.
So, also, you mentioned here, also, subsequently, Hagan was picked up by the bureau but has been allegedly left off the hook due to his political inclination with the National Democratic Congress. When you story there, not in team for Joe, be said that Demen no, we could see then. One was it probability, accountability, and transparency. What is preventing those people to give us what? The full story of it. I wonder who said the man. Again, there was another arrest. $150 million, about $350 million krona kamana amount to 500. Mawa basis your kutoka nna ne chiro na se awochire no onka ho ono so we kosi den but si munya he cocaine business now here na NDC MPP na the campaigns when you aje because say you anya any damp and uncle stupid person behind your cocaine business. They are smart.
Kastle FM.
And they are brave. Because no matter what it is, they make sure that baby I wasn't going to work in your own scano. Because they are brave, no, what's it? And it's up to the nation also to prevent it. I stand to be correct. Cocaine here organ. And so about no basic by money man sana yes I'm saying that baby ya got on if I start to be correct. Cocaine here in Ghana.
I don't know to that fact the cocaine way in Ghana.
Into if you obey your hand yet wa hand sana say you was also ko baby for. Into Orbano ewa nam say stand to be corrected minim say here in Ghana ha minim. Orba Ghana ha no the yanchin. Nako kwase ba kache no orba mani mu no de yenduma nchen but what about fa akọ baby for frozen ya chin I don't have a problem with that but mind you when you want to bust your chest and tell us that because I pluck them loopholes in na I them arrest now masa Jeremiah Kano
yeah how or get into the country
na mse Ghana why cocaine ha minim has been there banches here no ha nti export bancha no ya we but cocaine yen manufacture cocaine wa ha enjoy the no be mani mu the problem is all by mani mu na say orokwa enye ni sin na no de ne okọ is being used by some of our youth as if you yes such a one of the ones but you see it's so funny yeah and see for Jordan some okay now clearly this government has grooved big time. Mabo, into time, President John Dramani Mahama, okay, security is there. They should cooperate with him for the 1 year them investigations. Was that set up? Was that investigation set up? Someone set up. Just share them as a government communication offended.
Why don't we question the security agencies, president, or their investigations into it?
That's for that security agencies. Mr. Them others now here no. Emma, other madam security they should cooperate. Say the big man one yet. Yet I know for Zukwati you say no objections. Na mobo plane na one. Mama come on maintain ye because what can you enter plane no. On your passengers plane no. Or your ambulance plane. And plane be our manifest. Or the other can they produce or manifest? All but some for year for another year for or what? Plane ambulance plane or your year for one another August on the back.
To Orichemon to develop a fort now on land at the nearest.
I'm the more answer story for Munko. Miss what? Plane or because plane may be all too free now. Spain Canal Island near Cano. Oh, you drew Bono woods in war. A Yahweh. A what of you all land straight to Ghana. One quart oil Luanda. So, a friend of Zukachi on now with some.
But it's a you draw conclusion on that analysis, sir. Into plain bia ombe 12 the mukrono dubiano. Does that mean that the Indrubon or the call because it is perceived there one Indrubon or no?
Yes. And
so plain be about 12 bia Indrubon. I'm basing my analysis on what you are saying.
Mr. Mr. Plane no. Or your plane or your ambulance plane. Or the airphone or the bay, another by fire airphone or bay, another by organ or bay. Because I can't jump down your passengers plane to load or your different things. They are specific on plane in some oil. And this question about one ever year for an manifest on the bed has not been answered. I will not be a question now. One, no, what to make them question now. I know tie pie and over press. And what is this? And for the president to order those security agencies to collaborate with it for job, our obey investigation. Why has not car? That even puts more suspicion on what they are doing. Which are for the most important thing. I mean, we will encourage they should be more vigilant. No one didn't know because cocaine business will not stop today or tomorrow till the world comes to an end.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying.
All right.
And the important of it is there. How did we get into the country? And so why don't I? We fear what could be what the sikake signifi. That prevention also must be what? Looked at. Now answer Hayana. Hobson Adoyeso by allegations there. What's where John Mahama, president, you know, a week or something later, in a baby VVIP.
Or make allegations.
No, you're affiliated to NDC, to one friend in business of evidence.
But Hobson Adoye is from NPP, Necessary movement.
Messi, or you're affiliated on one friend in business of evidence.
Right. I got to be that say. We say hi, Kastle 90.3 FM. Exactly 4:45. Also, one brini. I'm going to be into more. Na about 10 seconds. Ne make a point sharp. And you queen him. I'm a to me for Union Missionary. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, and you're ready. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
We're from George Mekasefia, bro.
Uncle George. All right.
In your on the last topic, and more contributed.
Okay.
What's in them medical plane no ben ambulance? It originated from the US. Now, because of next size and one called long haul in aviation, long haul, or don't two connection P into Kotiaba and waging and water fuel. Into Bekaya. In canon or bureau US cry in a plane on Coast Street. Na fakasi baby na sawa baby transit. Na say a bigger planes that was on a long haul 12 hours near the US. Into plane biara na size in the wash and the woman fuel tank. Into so sha echo iduha na your arrangement. You carry physical money, dollars, iduha na to fuel na zineko. Manifest na Ankasam region manifest naba na nipo de bay nini or ye Tema West to say him for MP, former MP or a pilot. MPP, former MP. No war Tema West to say East nice man be or a pilot. Last week or but now Kwesi Pratt in the program don't not tray. Playing the last you of US, Oba Spain, Oba Morocco, Oba Ghana. No, oko Rwanda. No, Rwanda. No, nya issue. Into nya issue na second plane. Oba basin kofa. Them adena koreka fan wo Rwanda. Oye nipa no yero no abazo odo kwai. Owie no the engineers na other things or the bagana. No oba beye niye na odo kwai. American nyina hwe process a wo forma onya one day asam. Right. Into the number of days I would see wahan on there. No what the baby day now what the bay. Plenty beer you were able to my land another able to in them manifesting na regime because we be certify or aviation for be certify with engineers the E obey or ye day we fly back more for engineer only more ship my sing it day. Okay, that's it.
Okay, but that's it. Good evening. All right, when you know. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Okay, are you ready? 0244408046 0244408354 0244408046. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Mpacho masugudu pa 10 seconds mintu.
Hello.
All right, it's
I'm Tonka, but I'm to ask Mamancia Mr. Nuidin, Ashakali for the taxi driver. Also, you by Papa, always all the bad deeds are being fished out. What I say, because all of a sudden, I don't know why I say Tuti cocaine will come. But for a while long, for 8 years, and I shut down cocaine. So this tells us that I'm the bar fala no musa ana. What I say? I think but the discussion I want to ask, I think no can answer this question. Like cocaine on so much in sana. I mean cocaine on much in sana or like me and they I mean about the status wa. Almost or like do they bury it and answer almost I don't get it so much because it's money it's got into the man day and
yeah men kawasu good evening.
Good evening, Uncle.
Mr. Kukubo, what are you into? Ejuma
that's it.
All right.
Very careful. Because come for one I can't. It's always steady. That's it.
That's it. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Pachwana, Mr. Akini. Mr. Kumsa Dumu Radio no cry. Me too.
Hello. Hello.
Mr. Kumsa Mashudu. Pachwana mate wonka.
Hello.
Okay, I mean try. I had the info. Mr. Kumsa.
Hello. Atamanta.
Mete wonka and Pachwana me too.
Yeah. And I just want why I get damage and human working now. The contribution are perfect. One man chocolate to come up. Hi. The my idea is now my auntie to worry for the whole. One day I drive the family. It seems that one time, no, when I in a week, 50 every day. Now, what's that? This time, one day. No, I don't want one day of condom only for the corner.
Maso, may I say 0244 408 046 0244 408 354 is it come up? Good evening.
Good evening, Uncle Smith.
Yes, sir.
Uncle Smith, that's more battle.
Yeah, that's it.
Why you put them actually in a and that's in there. The football. Oh, I don't know whatever one of them. Oh, you two are some, you to 1 year, one year, 1 year. One time, then that's why are the perfect. Why are you both sides an insurance?
Right. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Okay. Good evening. Ejuma da sankwesi.
But maybe today. Before the rotation of America or Morocco or Ghana to Rwanda. The actual map now, I'm a so. If you US Alba Morocco, distance to him no one. Yeah, if you Morocco so as Ghana. Why then so Morocco one for Rwanda? I'm to me instead of a shorter. Never actually not playing to our fort and not tight. Why don't all landing? And son of a Hudma. If you know that way, you should know exactly a good another cargo or the bed. And son of Shiha, what for Rwanda. That's it.
Maso, that's it. Good evening. How are you, Jennifer? Me too. You might say. Okay. Okay. Dabi. Okay. Let us see. All right. Let us see. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Hey. Okay. I don't know why in Pano on your radio. Good evening.
Good evening, Kamina.
Dawood.
Dawood.
Okay.
Mpacho. Madasi. I'm there. Yebobo. ND Saban Nabado. Jamani Mahama no ND Saban. Urugbe Juma papa. Because cocaine has all the years so do many him. Because I tell him, Mebun Bebre. Intino. Each the previous government, you know. No would read Mapa, the mini what went to one chukumpo, Magana young witness. Now, Bobby, Chana watching one, your best baby was the Befibia, won't so home. Now, on to arm offer a member in baby. In a year to ask a crave money. Yeah, men come on, that's it.
That's it, I say. Last caller, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm going to go.
Ejima, that's the boss.
Oh, Messi, Papa. Kastle FM, it's on the pa. I'm in the program here. Why is it crash and then politics no way? The time there would be but I won't come back. The Wobwa. Go for one to be two. Now I'm speaking to you right now. May I continue?
Okay.
Me, I'm mother. Me, I've been for the Moko pension 7 years. Me, I've been a mother. But I'm living all right. He said, I'm not going to give you a master. The America for you and make sure you are because boys in the car, you could charge no who can't be far. I'm a catch a master, I'm going more money to me. You don't understand how to go on. The men said, I call Malcolm, which you will request small boys who go read. What other people would situation? They don't go feed them people like this, they're found over some cage more. They don't go. The matter, I will time you won't can be doing, you didn't see over such an opponent. We'll see once and then what's such. That's it.
Maso, when I say, Papa, our own so dear as the Abba. All right, you two na emfa of Refubia Bio, yet this na yako. Chairman Keke has spoken well from Kofi into whom Kotokraba. All right, Kofi, may I say. Patriotic voice from Goso. So Lydia Ozzy about her Jagos from Nsawum. So Ozzy, I'm somewhere sharing laptops to school students, and some too have started sharing sanitary pads. Hope Ghanaians are seeing the difference now. We'll go all know the clear difference now. All right, may I say, Teacher Kujo Tio Bodom and say, we told you NDC is just empty, but you refuse to use. Okay. Teacher Kujo, I will not read your message. Aye. All right, ADC. Commander.
Well, let me quickly say that anytime there can story be no what's it all or you allege, it means that it is not factual.
Yeah.
So I don't see why somebody should be interested in an alleged story. That was why alleged or MPP and this is that. When I know say. The alleged, where is it coming from? Is it not the opinion of the writer of that story?
Yes.
At least sometimes, or there is a market. You see the issue I discussed this on the NACOP 10. na kopfo ho asɛm a wakan dɛ waakyeche so far mo wafo ho pona no bia waakyem ana yɛ dem na okay na me say dɛ Ghanaians are happy that waakyeche but at any point in time my yanchi na MP se dɛ onyimen da me MP no onkyerɛ hen but this man ɛda no dia wɔkan wa mo no dodo ankyɛ wa ɛda no dia mo wɔkye no airport way one kind of do
yes just yesterday General.
Diala most Cape Coast has one kind of do why is it that my yen to my yanch na MPP phone could see the women one pedal back can't him but why is man Ghana for your interest in him one china and I'm watching watch as no the bamba one china on MPP penny binyum the ma adi in rubani waba him money ma one chin MPP penny binyum there the mystica do we on the account of money laundering what's about money mu. Why is the MPP penny on to man can't say in there? And also it is alleged there. The mo penny if you know what I say. Mama can't say me Joe.
Let you say mama.
Madisi. Say nyani shooting in aye nche. Obi huni bibi na orka. Na the prekuna impanere kan. Sabita fetch on to man jay baby adinisi. Nemo okawia. No, I said that the state institutions I want one a report on what? As a man, my watch won't be a watch one. But Obia also interesting there. I do know it now, no, Bahan. In saying more from a warehouse. Do you know how warehouse operate? Eh? Obi can warehouse at us. Until what they do is that you put my kranzama. It's a boo warehouse. Not to buy it than but the Ghana for there. So what the fair in the bayo? What the fair in the bayo? So was the bugu one warehouse at the door. No man, no pedal wako. Baby, I was about Fabia, I bet you one. No more my MP winning you now. On a young one. Yes, sir, MPP penny there. MP, as some South MP. Yes, son, there. No one can end up playing this side in Ardinia. We are not interested. Our interest, Ghana for an interest in there. The Missika Pudu no, I am money laundering no Budu, my human. I'm a penny no Kashano. So I end this in your uncle. So the Muko Kane no only that was if you are with you buying. So I end this in you beneath your uncle. Come on, let's take the master minute as a doubt. I carry into one number on me.
But I say, to
see a story, no American Museum. The driver in charge of the van truck, upon interrogation, mentioned one Charles Hagan, also known as a Panya Ewa, a former NDC parliamentary candidate for second day in the 2020 election, as the owner of the product. Upon interrogation, subsequently, Hagan was picked up by the bureau, but has been allegedly left off the hook due to his political inclination with the National Democratic Congress, that's the NDC.
And you see allegedly. So it's
because us alleged.
Yes.
But I'm saying that the driver says driver and the court upon interrogation mention that person's name.
Okay.
And see, and where is that person now? That is why allegedly they were jacked off the hook. Because some you make it here, cocaine and not good amount track on your drivers on one side. You're campaign now. You want to the small one. I want to the small one about them parliamentary candidate in. Next you be said what has happened to that person now? You need visa.
All right.
Lastly, the movie. For a simple. It is clear that my fellow Sofusako Chibeke and there. Plane no ofi Luanda and Oba Ghana and Oba refuel and a type pay and I didn't know Yakubsam. Share flights be ultra Emma. You got data on it. If you from Spain, them can never about the island to Ghana straight.
That is the data the information.
From aviation about the one data. I was in the friend now. It shows all flight. I work on time and data what the fly. And I'm saying that obviously about the MPP parliamentary candidate pilot. I have an MPP parliamentary candidate.
Let us say
pilot.
Let us see.
Manifesto of the Zukatika about more woman train.
All right, we say this see ewa Yeriko ma Abraham Mayan Konanyan and then so Jumezino Ezibesiwa Mrs. Combination Yanda Nurdin Combination from NDC Damaso and Ankara to Sam from NPP or better as amazing. I was afraid messages are who are obeying and so yeah, that when I say we also thank you for appreciating the program. Yami Aduma. Your best nation be God willing Monday. As an be in Koma in Jimukua also Yanasin Game Park, Telecell, Betway, Anointed Engineering Service Limited, and Afi High Sense. When you in Jimukua or boy, Emma as a show is break production team. One so will share Nasin Emma as a bro. Yami Aduma your best nation Monday. Have a wonderful good evening. Yakroina. Bye bye.